Hi, I'm Deborah Stengel, founder of Sedona Soul Adventures, and international best-selling author of The Journey to Happy, coming to you again from incredibly beautiful Sedona, Arizona. And I'm so happy you're here with me again. Wow, it's 2020. I know we all usually focus on New Year's resolutions, but I want to invite you to take a larger look this year. It's a new decade. It's 2020, and I want you to take a long, hard look at the last 10 years, and I want to ask you a big question. What are you dragging around from 10 years ago? If you make New Year's resolutions, are you making the same ones every year? I want to lose 10 pounds. I want to get a new job. I want my relationship to be better. I want to be happier. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take 5 minutes to make a list of where you were 10 years ago and where you are now. What was happening in these major areas of your life? Your body, your work, your relationships, your money, your peace and happiness. How much did you weigh 10 years ago? Has that changed? Are you more active now or less active? What's going on with your work? Do you love your work? Are you living your life purpose? Are you living your dreams? What's happening in your relationships? First, with your intimate relationship. Is that better or worse? How about with your family and your friends? And then how is your money situation? Do you have more money now? In 2010, people were still very much feeling the effects of the financial crisis that started at the end of 2008. Have things changed a bunch for you on that score? And most important, how about your peace and happiness? How were you feeling about things 10 years ago? Did you feel hopeful and optimistic? How's your hope and optimism now? So I want you to spend 5 minutes doing this. Stop the video, set your timer for 5 minutes. You will get so much benefit out of doing this. And don't tell me, Deborah, I don't have time. Sweetie, this is exactly why your life isn't 10 times better than it was 10 years ago, and it should be. You deserve to have it be that way. So stop the video, take 5 minutes to do this, and I think you're going to find that there are some places where you have really made some advances. And for that, I salute you. I'm so happy for you. But I'll bet that you're also going to find that there are a bunch of things that you've been dragging around for the past 10 years, and I want you to really look at those. Which ones are they? Let's face it, for most of us, our bodies age. But I'm happy to say that 2010 was the year my body went from this to that. How about you? What's happened with your body over the last 10 years? What are you dragging around from your work? Do you feel like you're living your life purpose? Are you living your dream? So many people tell me they're not. This is such a huge part of your life. Are you going to take another 10 years to really start living this part of your life? How about your relationship? How were things 10 years ago? How are things now? Are you still fighting about the same stuff? Really? After 10 years? Well, I was a divorce attorney for 20 years, so I know that's exactly what happens. People keep fighting about the same stuff or are unhappy about the same stuff, and then they're hoping that somehow, magically, it will change without them doing anything about it. How about your money situation? As I said before, in 2010, we were still in the fallout of the 2008 crisis. Are things better for you now? Even though you might technically be making more money, do you feel like you actually have more money now? Because that's the feeling of abundance that makes all the difference. And then most important, how are your levels of peace and happiness? Are you happier now than you were 10 years ago? Do you feel more at peace? And if not, are the things that are disturbing you now some of the same things that were disturbing you or causing problems for you 10 years ago? I have to say, when I did my list, and yes, I did my list, I have to say, and I'm going to make a confession here, that I realized I'm still dragging around some frustration with me. I'm much better now than I was 10 years ago. But you know what? I'm not going to drag that into this new decade. I'm going to do everything I can to move that out. Life is just too short for us to be doing anything than being happy and joyful and connected. So you've identified what you've been dragging around. Let's look at something a little more positive. What would you like to have happen in this next decade? Go back to your list again. And what I want you to do is look at what would you have to do to make it happen over the next 10 years? What do you want? Dream big. The sky's the limit. What do you want in your money situation in 10 years? And what's it going to take to accomplish that? Do you want to be fully living your life purpose over the next 10 years? What's it going to take to make that happen? What are some steps you can start to take right now to make that happen? You can live a life of joy and connection and happiness. I know that's possible. I've seen it in my own life, and I especially see it in the lives of people who come to us for a Sedona Soul Adventures retreat. When we stop dragging around the old stuff, the old gunk that's been part of us for so long, miraculous things start to happen. So I want to invite you. No, I want to beg you to start doing what it takes. Start doing something, anything, now to bring into your life everything that you want. And I want to invite you to think about doing a Sedona Soul Adventures retreat. If you have things you've been dragging around for 10 years, then you need to do something really big to blast that out. It's so interesting to me. I came to Sedona for the first time in 1999, right at the end of that decade. Every single part of my life was a mess. And when I look back now to see the changes over these past 2 decades, it's just stunning. And it all started with one trip to Sedona. Maybe it could all start with one trip to Sedona for you. Call us. We'll connect with you. We'll dig deep through the stuff you've been dragging around for so long, and we'll custom design a retreat that will literally root out all of that. That's what happens. We'll bring you back into connection on all the levels: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. And when you're living in connection, every part of your life is incredible. Don't wait another 10 years. Don't wait another minute. Give us a call. I hope this helped. And if you got some value from this video, please like it, share it with someone that you care about, and subscribe to our channel. And if you'd like more information, go to SedonaRetreatGuide.com and get your complimentary copy of the Sedona Guide to Spiritual Retreats. Or even better, call us at 928-204-5988. You can have the life and relationship you want. I know it.